Hello and welcome viewers. We have with us Major Manjit, Rajain with us. Sir, welcome to Business World.
Thank you, Rajain.
You have been a veteran into the industry. If there are new professionals or new budding people who are wanting to come into the industry, what are the skills that they need to have with them? If you can
So thank you very much for calling me a veteran, because today for the first time I really felt honored with that. Having spent 29 years in the industry, it's a great honor. For new entrants into the industry, now there can be two kind of people. One kind of people who are professionals who want to enter the industry to work in the industry, and the second kind is the entrepreneurs. For entrepreneurs, my advice is look forward. Don't look at what is happening today, because sometimes when you look what is happening today, there is a tendency of getting demoralized. Margins low hai, profit nahi hai. Look into the future. There is a huge opportunity, especially with the amalgamation of manpower and machine. So man-machine amalgamation is going to be a great opportunity. For professionals who want to join this industry, I don't think there is a better industry you can join. It is probably, like I said, it was a sunrise industry, 20% growth. Anybody who joins today, in 5 years' time, would be a master of the industry, and there are so many opportunities that one can actually get once you get there.
All right. So it's a sunrise industry, as you say.
Yeah.
The entrepreneurs which are willing to come into the industry, new tech is the need, is the necessity of the day, be it AI or other IoT devices, everything. With that also comes the risks of cyber attacks and all. So on that lines, if you have to tell what are the key things that the entrepreneurs or the new companies should be aware of, what are the resistive things that they can imply, if you can comment over there.
So yes, you are absolutely right. It's a very good question that cyber crime is also on the rise. Globally, it is like a two-way street. Sometimes the crime comes up, it becomes higher. Sometimes the law enforcement becomes stronger. It is a constant competition between law enforcement and crime. It's the same within the security industry. Sometimes cyber crime will be stronger. Sometimes the security industry will be stronger. It is very important that we constantly keep working on it. Remember, a cyber criminal only has to be successful once. We have to be successful every time to defeat his motives.
All right. So if we have to delve into the facility management, on that line, if you have to comment, what are the the infrastructure requirement of a security, stringent security. What devices, what new technologies can be utilized there? If you can.
So if you are securing a facility, from the facility perspective, you can start with something very basic, like when you enter a property, there's access control system. These days, you don't need a receptionist. The access control system can completely take over and guide a person. After that, there is checking a person, so door frame metal detectors. Again, no human being is required. Technology can do all of it together. Technology can guide a person to a particular area where he or she has a meeting within a particular facility. The elevators can be monitored. The elevators can also be tuned to take you to exactly where you need to go. This is very basic security. Beyond that, you can do some very high-end work. For example, when you enter a hotel or a facility, they ask you your name, they write down your name, they take your picture. If the person has visited the facility once or his information is already available over there, then all you need to do is pick up the person's facial recognition and the person gets guided to wherever he needs to go. He doesn't need to really waste time getting checked every time. So there's a whole lot of work you can do around a facility.
Okay. If you can comment over the people who are working on ground, the on-ground security forces, what are the problems that they usually face, especially because India doesn't have, occupational safety regulations as such in the West. On that, what is being done so far, and is there any medical insurance or anything happens to them?
So two sides. The security personnel that we employ at any site obviously are covered by every kind of insurance. Not only are they covered by insurance, medical insurance, we train them well how to handle unruly clients, we train them of how to handle different situations, but most importantly we try to educate the client and the client side people that the man who's standing there also needs to be respected, and if that person is not respected, his dignity is not maintained, he will not be able to do his job. So we also train our clients that they need to be sensitive to the person who's doing their security.
Okay. And what are the key parameters that you keep in consideration while training those people? Like it can be the security, crowd management, other aspects are there, but to what extent do they go? Because at times what we see is there can be something as weird as terrorist attack. So are the private security persons, are they trained to that level or just?
So no, the short answer is no. We are not trained and not required to handle situations like a terrorist attack. But we have seen in the past, as it happened in Taj Hotel in Mumbai during the attacks in Mumbai, the security played a very important part in just one part of how to keep people safe. So they did not fight the terrorists. We are not there. We are unarmed. In India, private security guard cannot be armed. But we train our people to how to keep the client secure, safe as best as possible. Fighting crime, fighting the real terrorist is the job of the law enforcement agencies.
Okay. Anything developing or happening in the policy terms? I mean, there is this private security regulations of 2005, but after that, has there been anything from the government mandate, anything done over there?
Yes, I think the current government is very alive and very active in constantly upgrading things. So we had the Private Security Agencies Regulation Act, which came out in a very, very long time back. Now, law and order is a state subject. It could not be implemented in various states. The current dispensation, the current government in the center pushed hard, and today I can say every state or nearly every state in the country has a Private Security Agencies Regulation Act. There are guidelines laid out. Now the central government has also come out with model guidelines. So those model guidelines are being used by the states. But the government is also very keen on creating employment, and this sector is a sunrise industry. It creates a huge amount of employment. The government is trying to standardize the quality of training, the quality of service required, and most importantly, the government has also ensured that the people get paid what they really deserve.
All right. Last question that I would like to ask you is over the personal data protection bill that has been passed in the Lok Sabha. How do you see the bill impacting the private security sector, and especially in terms of the cyber attacks and the data protection? If you can just enlighten our viewers over that.
So the Data Protection Act 2023, which has just come out, is a very interesting act. I had an opportunity of reading it. Most people don't understand the data protection as it is understood in the developed countries or European world or American world. We are not yet there. But I think this is a very good and very strong step in the right direction. So now we have an act in place. It has laid out very stringent guidelines of how to protect data, what you can or cannot do with the data. It has also put into place a strong penalty system that if you do not follow it, what will happen. I strongly feel that anybody who has any access to data and he or she or the organization is storing data must really read that document. I think every organization that has data in its storage must have a data protection officer appointed. Cybercrime is on the rise. No company has the absolute capable of keeping it safe. So you need professionals to be brought in from outside who are going to keep the data safe. So I think it's a very right step, right direction. We need to be more aware of it now.
Thank you so much, Major Ranjan. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks.
Thank you.